Welcome to Grow Bio channel. In today's video, we're going to see about overview of photosynthesis. Here you can see the plant grows by absorbing the light energy, carbon dioxide, water from the nature, and then it produces very important oxygen and carbohydrates, which is needed for every living organism. That is, oxygen is needed for every aerobes, and carbohydrates acts as the fuel for every heterotrophs, which depend on the autotrophs for food. And photosynthesis occurs in every green part because chloroplast is present there. Okay, so it can be stems, leaves, etc., but predominantly it occurs in the leaves, so I'm gonna concentrate on the leaf. So here you can see a zoom in part of the leaf. When we zoom in into the leaf, we can see many plant cell. Okay, now I'm gonna consider only one mesophyll cell of the leaf. So in one cell you can see many chloroplasts, so that we can determine that chloroplast divides independent of the plant cell, so that more chloroplast is present in one plant cell, and it is move freely inside the plant cell so that it can able to capture the light energy from the sun. Okay, and when we zoom in into the chloroplast, here you can see a chloroplast structure which has plastome. Plastome is plastid genome. The chloroplast has its own genome and own ribosome, so that it can produce the photosynthesis depending proteins by itself. Okay, and it also has thylakoid, which is where the light dependent reaction occurs, and it is membrane bound, that is, it is surrounded by bilayer. And here you can see stroma is the colorless fluid which acts as the bed for the chloroplast. And here you can see granum is the stack of thylakoid which makes the granum. Okay, more thylakoids makes granum, and in chloroplast you can see more granum, so in plural it is known as grana. Okay, and here non-membrane bound structure is also present. For example, plastoglobuli, and other thing is starch globuli. Starch globuli is where the starch is stored. So light independent reaction occurs in the stroma. Light independent reaction means carbon fixation. Okay, so carbon fixation, at last what will be produced? Carbohydrates, that is glucose, starch will be produced, which is stored in the starch globuli. Okay, now we can see how this process occurs. Here you can see the chloroplast. In photosynthesis there is two phase. Okay, first is light dependent reaction which occurs in the thylakoid. Okay, thylakoid and in thylakoid lumen. So this is where the light dependent reaction occurs. So this is where the ATP and NADPH is produced. And second phase is light independent reaction. All right, it is present in stroma. Okay, this reaction occurs in stroma. So this is where the carbon is fixed and stored in starch globuli. All right, now we can see about light dependent reaction. Light dependent reaction, the photons from the sunlight gets absorbed by the antenna of the chloroplast thylakoid membrane. Okay, that is, as I said, the thylakoid is the membrane bound, so that in that bilayer there is an antenna complex which absorbs the photons, and then it transfers it into the reaction center by the resonance energy transfer of the chloroplast. So there is only some reaction center in more chloroplast, so that the energy of the photons must be transferred into the reaction center where the photosynthesis gonna start. Okay, so it is done by the process known as resonance energy transfer. That is, photons energy is transferred to the reaction center by using the resonance energy transfer. So here the light energy is transferred to the chemical energy. Chemical energy means it can be ATP or NADPH, etc. So now I gonna zoom in into the thylakoid membrane. So here you can see a phospholipid bilayer of the thylakoid which has photosystem 2, photosystem 1, and ATP synthase, cytochrome B6F complex, etc. So inside you can see lumen, and outside you can see stroma of the chloroplast. So here what happens, the photons get excites the photosystem 2. So what happens, the photosystem 2 gets excited so that the electron transfer occurs. So at last what happens, the electrons will be accepted by NADP plus in order to produce NADPH. Okay, so similarly protons will also be produced. The protons will be pumped out by the ATP synthase so that the ATP will be produced. So in light dependent reaction ATP and NADPH will be produced. Here you can see the light dependent reaction. It uses photons, okay, and water. Water produces protons and electrons by photolysis. The photolysis will occur in PS2, that is photosystem 2, in order to create ATP and NADPH. Now we can see light independent reaction. The light independent reaction, the chemical energy, that is ATP and NADPH, which is produced by the phase 1, that is light dependent reaction, is used in order to fix the carbon, that is at last it will produce the carbohydrate. The light independent reaction, there are 4 types. First is C3, it is also known as Kelvin cycle, and next is C4, it is also known as Hatch-Slack pathway, and next is CAM pathway, and other is facultative CAM pathway. Now we can see about that. First is C3, it is also known as Kelvin cycle, which fixes carbon via Rubisco. So C3 is need of Rubisco. Rubisco means ribulose 1,5-biphosphate carboxylase or oxygenase. It means it can able to fix carbon by using the carboxylase enzyme, or it can able to fix oxygen by oxygenase enzyme. Okay, so 2 in 1. It is known as C3 cycle. Example of C3, for example wheat, rice, or example of C3 plants. And next is C4 plant. It is also known as Hatch-Slack pathway. It fixes carbon via PEP carboxylase. So Rubisco doesn't change on evolution. So what happened? Plant itself changed its cell. So half the reaction will occur in the mesophyll cell and half the reaction will occur in the bundle sheath cell. So C4 reaction, it is fixes carbon by PEP carboxylase. Similarly, third one is CAM. CAM is crassulacean acid metabolism. As the name indicates, it is present in the desert plants. Okay, so desert plants uses modified C4. Okay, it fixes carbon at night and generate energy at the morning, because stomata can't be open at the morning, because it will evaporate more water so that the plant dies. So in desert condition, what happens? The stomata will be closed at the morning, okay, but opened at the night, so that water vapor will not be produced and the carbon will be taken in by the stomata at the night. And at night it uses PEP carboxylase to fix the carbon, and at morning the stomata will be closed, but it can use light energy and then it produces ATP and NADPH. So that at morning what happens? The ATP and NADPH is produced and the carbon is fixed at the morning. So it is known as CAM pathway. And next is facultative CAM pathway. It is at extreme condition, either it can be cold condition or hot condition. Mostly these plants are present in the Africa. Here normally C3 will be done or C4 will be done. At only certain extreme conditions, the plant will transfer its pathway to CAM. So only under certain condition it transferred to CAM pathway. Okay, at normal condition it uses C3 or C4 cycle. Okay, so this is the 4 types of light independent reaction, and here you can see first is the photons are absorbed at the antenna and transferred to the reaction center in the thylakoid. This is the first step. And second step, the excited electrons and protons generate ATP and NADPH. Okay, the electrons will generate the NADPH and protons will be pumped to generate the ATP. And next is the carbon fixation occurs at the stroma and it produces carbohydrates. And at last, oxygen and carbohydrates are produced by photosystem and carbon fixation respectively. So now we can see the general formula. Carbon dioxide plus water in presence of light energy, it will create CH2ON, it means carbohydrate, plus water plus oxygen. When 6 carbon dioxide and 12 water is involved, then it will produce 1 carbohydrate and 6 water and 6 oxygen. This is the photosynthesis reaction. So thank you so much. If you have any doubt, please comment in the comment section below. Subscribe and please press the bell button below. Thank you for listening.